Good morning everyone, it's time for your Flaff Around Friday bit from Ed Shed. Obviously this isn't Ed Shed. I've moved the shed indoors today because, I need a big table really. I want to show you my cooking stuff and what I carry and how I carry it, and so we'll go from there. So, here we go. This is it's a push bike bag. It goes, there you go, look, it goes through the little rack on the push bike. It's that strap comes over. Yeah, straps everything in. It's got a handle on it. Handle there. You see the strap there. It's just an ideal bag. It fits into my pannier on my bike perfectly. It really does. It's the right width, and that looks like a play button. Don't push that. Yeah, it fits perfectly. It's a little zip thing there. And in there is a waterproof, kind of waterproof pouch that comes out, goes all over it if you're thinking about it outside. The thing is, I got that because, I should say a friend gave me that because one of the rallies that I go to in Holland, which is a fantastic place to go to, you can't park your bike next to where your tent and camping gear is. You have to park your bike in the car park or the parking area, and then you have to put your tent up somewhere else. So obviously you need to carry your stuff from the bike to where you're going. And I've got bags that are fitted to my bike, so I can't just take the bags off, carry them. They're not that kind of bag. Obviously, if you have throwovers or panniers, then you wouldn't need this kind of setup because you just have your throwovers or panniers. But anyway, there you go. So, this is my bag. This is what I carry my cooking stuff in. I'll show you what it is. Undo this little strappy thing there. Right, so we've got this box and cooking stuff. And that. So, right, first off, little kind of Tupperware type box there. Obviously, what that is. This is an old. This is an old sleeping bag. Carry bag thing, but they're ideal. Never throw you might finish with your sleeping bag, but don't throw the bag that it comes in away, because you'll always be able to use that for something else. I've got 2 or 3 of those that I've kept from old sleeping bags, and they've come in really handy for things such as this. I keep it all in one place. Yeah, really handy. So let's see what we got. Steady now. That. And that. And that's it. Now, this is, what is this? What size is this? Visor down. This is a big one. I don't know. That's it. 500. It's a 500. It's 500 on there. That's it. There's no real need to buy one that big, but it's lasted me. This has lasted me a couple of years. So, well, why not? It's not too big to carry for me. I'm on a motorbike. I pack everything down quite small. So, yeah, it's lasted me a couple of years. It must have done. And it's still, I say it's about there, so yeah, it's done well. So, you've not got to buy one that big. You buy one tiny if you want to go tiny, and you can put it in your, I've seen them where they put that into the pot that they're carrying, so it keeps it down again, but I say it's not really big. bought this off of Amazon. I think I bought it. Looking for something nice to put on the cooker. There we go. And this is it. Basic cooking thing. Comes out like that. It's got a igniter there. On that button there. Then let's pick up the there. There you go. And that's what lights your flame. That end screws into that end on there, so hunky dory, tickety boo. I've got a little fold out table. Right there. And we're back. I've got a little fold out table. I'll get this out for you in a minute, show you what that's all about. Also, what I bought was, I thought you can't always rely on, if you run out of this where you are, you might not be able to get a replacement cylinder, canister, whatever you want to call that. They might not have it, it might run out or whatever reason. So I bought this, and it's an adapter. It's an adapter that goes onto the tin cans, like the normal tin cans you get from everywhere. That goes on there. Tin can goes on there. Job's a good one. And I think that little adapter was, I don't know, £1. I've said it more than once, cheap shit from China. But it will come in handy one day, and I'm glad I got it, and it doesn't take up any room. So there we go. So that's that and that. That's how I produce heat to cook my food. That's how it's done. It's never ever let me down. It's small. It's folds down quite good. So yeah, good. Little bang. I love this. I love my little. I do. I'm a real big. I love drinking tea. It's the best drink of the day. Cheers. And so, kettle. Lid off. Water in. Boily boily. TT. Kettle. I love my kettle. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is what keeps us going. Now I've seen various other YouTubers or campers, and they've got pots for this, pots for that. They don't always use a kettle. They sometimes use their pot for boiling water, but it's not how I do things. So this is what we've got. Small pan, non-stick. You could egg, a couple of sausages. You could do bacon in that. And I know people say you can't fit a rasher of bacon in there. Well, cut the rasher in half. You know, cut the food up smaller. It cooks quicker. If you've got a sausage, there's no need to cook the sausage in one piece. If you cut sausage up into like 4 pieces, it will cook quicker in here. I don't advocate cooking things quicker, because I think part of the motorcycle camping thing is to relax. Don't panic, don't flap, just relax about everything. Don't, you know, Just don't panic about it. Relax, enjoy it. That's the idea of it. So that's what we've got packed. Come on. Pot. Lid. Self-explanatory. Right, now. Only one pot. Thinking, well, I've seen these guys on there, and they've got a pot, and they've got a pan, and they've got another pan for this, and no, this does most everything I need. I take away a big tin of soup, or pot your all day breakfast, anything just to keep you going, and a small tin of baked beans. Just use that as a pot, and I don't use that as a plate. I eat out of that. I eat out of there, and I'll eat out of that. I won't have a separate plate for eating out of. Why should I? It's no point. Eat out of that and eat out of that. It's the same bloody thing. It's all going down the same hole, so shove it in the same pot. Sometimes I think we only put things on plate to make them look nice, when really it's the taste that matters. And put it all in a pot, eat it, enjoy it. It's going to taste the bloody same anyway. And it's like I've seen that people, they take these fold out washing up bowls, and it's like, they pop it out and it's a bowl, and you can fit half a litre of water in that, and it's doing more washing up in. Well, no. Once you've finished eating and you've either ate it or thrown it away, that's the washing up bowl. I'll do my food first, and I'll fill that with water. And then when I've stopped cooking, I'll take my food off of, and I'll eat my food. But while I'm eating my food, that is on the cooker, beginning to boil. By the time I finish my food, that's boiling. So then I'll fill my cup up to make my cup of tea. But it's not all for tea. What I'll do is, when I've made my tea, the extra water that's in there, I'll then pour in that, and either add a little bit of wash up liquid, or if it's not too bad, just needs a bit of a rinse out, then I'll use that water to wash this out. I'll use that as the washing up bowl. And look, I've had these years, absolutely years, and they're fine. They're absolutely fine. Years I've had it, years. No marks, no scuffs, nothing. Bit of a mark around here every now and again. I suppose we've been bashed around, but in years. So that's what I use. I don't use any washing up bowls. Maybe there might be a washing up area on site where I am. I may use that, I may not. But one pan, keep it minimalist, keep it simple, keep everything simple. One pan, one thing, water in there, wash it up. Preparing food. Got a little cutting board. This is actually half of a cutting board. I think we bought this from Dunelm, I think, name drop. And I thought, oh, that looks bloody handy. So I cut it in half, rounded the edges off, and that is now my cutting board. It's an ideal size to fit into my bag, and yeah, brilliant. Again, just simple. Keep things simple. Okay. I don't know what I call this lot. I have tea with my sugar. So what I do is I put I roughly gauge how many tea. If I'm going away for a weekend, I'm thinking I won't be drinking tea on the Friday night. I won't be drinking tea on the Saturday night. I won't be drinking tea on the Sunday night because I'll be home by Sunday night. So I'm thinking, right, I'll get there on the Friday. I may have one cup of tea on a Friday, and then I'll have a few cups of tea during the day Saturday. So let's say 4 cups of tea. So I'll put 4 tea bags in there, and then I'll get my spoon and I'll put, okay, that's how many sugars I have for 4 cups of tea. That's it, and I'll put them all in one go. The biggest thing you've got to do is shake the tea bag, get rid of all the dust out of the tea bag, and then put the tea bags in there. Otherwise, all you do is get a container full of dust and sugar, which doesn't taste nice for anybody. Right, so that's what I do with that. I have a sharp knife. It's not a hunting knife. It's not a. It's just a sharp knife. It was given it. I say given it because I've had it many years, and it's bloody sharp, bloody reliable. It's solid, and I use that to cut up everything, absolutely from bread to meat to bacon to ham to everything. I use cheese, everything. I've had years. To eat with. Spork, fork, whatever these things are called. I think the idea of a spork is that you only use one hand. Now, I can't understand that. Why would you only want to use one hand? You've got, use one hand indoors, so why use one hand away? This is your typical army type thing. You've got your tin opener, bottle opener on there. It keeps the utensils in there. It's a flat knife that isn't very sharp, but it's got a bit of a serrated edge on it. You've got your fork, and you've got a spoon, and they all fit into there. That's it. Why we want these spork things, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with a knife and fork, to be honest with you. Maybe you could let me know. You tell me, I don't know. I'm old fashioned. Put it down to that. Right, so that's that. And the tin opener. A lot of tin openers now got pull rings on them, but the cheap ones haven't, so I always buy cheap. Tin opener from, I think, Dunelm again, I think. Let me look. No. IKEA. IKEA you not. IKEA. I think it's 99p. But yeah, tin opener. Lovely. If you're cooking something sticky, like if you know it's going to be really sticky, then I won't unfold this. You can see what it is. It's tin foil. If you lace your small pan with tin foil, you're absolutely guaranteed that nothing's going to stick to your pan. On the other hand, it will stick to this. So I bought it because somebody said to me, "You must have tin foil." You must have so I bought some anyway. Never used it. Never ever used it. But as you know, the day you don't have it is the day you want to use it. So I put that in. Oh. And the rest is repair kits for the different tents that I've had, or that I've got, or blow up bags and all that. Elastics in there, little hooks, clips, glue, patches. Don't even know what's in there, but it's a repair kit for the tent I've got. Let's have a look. I've never looked in here, so let's have a look. Nice day out. Our usual stuff. It's, glue, repair kit, yeah, usual stuff. So yeah, you get them with if you buy a new tent, that's what you get with it. You get the repair stuff. Right, one more thing. bottle opener. That's not cheap shit from China, that's cheap shit from Germany. Bless them. Matches. These are your all-weather matches, I call them. I call it to get their army surplus, but they're all-weather matches. They light in the rain, in the wind, everything. They're just handy. They do work. This is something that was bought for me by my wife, and again, matches, and they do work. They work in all weathers. Oh, sorry. They work in all weathers, and they're really good. A lot of people say you can't light them, but I think it's just trial and error. What was good about that was it all comes in this little pouch here. You've got your striker there. I mean, I've added these over the years, really. But they're really good. And you'll only need them if A, you haven't got a lighter, and B, your mate ain't got a lighter if you're with somebody camping. Which brings me to this. Oh, I love my girlfriend at the time, now my wife. She bought me this. She said an exhaust pipe. She said, saw that, thought of you. Well, it's a lighter. Gas filled. See that? Never, ever, ever let me down. Never let me down. Not once. And I use that to light my cooker. It does work on the spark thing, but I don't know. You got your sparky thing there, but your gas is here, and I think if I've turned the gas up too much, it can take the hairs off my bloody hand. So I use that to light my my cooker with, and barbecues with, and everything else. Slurp time. I've seen many items on cups as well. Cups. People take these cups and they fold out this and fold out that. This one, I've not found anything better than this yet. It's a Stanley cup. It's a cup size cup, and that's, you know, they're fairly equivalent really. This is a tall cup in comparison, but the beauty of this one is once you've made your tea, as we all know, once you've made your tea, the first thing you got to do, well, you've got to drink it quick because they go cold so quick. But this one has a lid. So you make your tea, put your lid on, and it acts as a thermos. It's a bit like a baby's cup, but it keeps your tea warm. It keeps your coffee warm. It keeps your hot drink warm. I've had what do you call it? The Oxo gravy thing. What do you call that? Yeah, Bisto. As a late night drink, or a Marmite as a late night drink, and it keeps it warm, and you can cuddle it on cold nights because it stays warm because it's got a lid and it's insulated. It's like a little flask. But yeah, it's really good. I love that. I love it. Well, that's what I take for my cooking and preparation equipment. It's all really you know, compact. It all fit into that bag. That bag fits into my bike, and it's ideal. It's not a big bag. It's, like I say, it's for a push bike, and if it's for a push bike, it can't be that big, can it? Because they pack down quite small on push bikes. I hope that's been of help to you in some way. I didn't show you my table. Also a lamp. I keep that lamp in there. I just thought there's nowhere else to keep it. That's me in my tent lamp. 3 brightnesses. That is brilliant. It's got such a wide I'll call it a lens if you like. It's got such a wide lens on it, and it really does illuminate the tent overnight. It's really, really good. Highly recommend it. That clip came separately from it, but it's just like a little, clip. You buy them cheaply from anywhere. Hangs it up in the tent, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I didn't show you table. I've seen these tables. I'll tell you what it is, right? A friend of mine thought it was a good idea to. They thought my table was a good idea. Folds out like that. It's got 2 prongs in it there. The prongs go through. Where is it? That hole there, and that hole goes all the way through. The prongs go there, and then the legs. I'll show you this side. The legs fold out like that. So when you've got it all together, it sits up. Obviously it'll sit up like that. And it's brilliant because it takes your food or whatever you're doing, takes it off the floor. And it takes it up that much, and it just seems more comfortable because you're not bending over, you're not leaning over so much. You've got a good height for it. And it comes in this bag. Well, a couple of my mates decided that it was a bloody good idea. They'd buy one for themselves, so they bought these tables. Well, when the tables arrived, they arrived not in this little bag, and this little bag is good because this thing's so it don't stay. I put it down there, and it goes all. Anyway, so when you buy them tables, make sure it comes in a carry bag because it does need that. It does need it. You will need that. Don't worry about it. You will. I think that's it. That's all my cooking and preparation equipment. That's my cup of tea sort of side of things done. This is Ed's shed, decamped to the kitchen dining room area of my house because I needed a big table, and I've not got a big table in the shed. Next time we'll be looking at my sleeping arrangements and how I organise my sleep. Drunken haze or not, it'll be the sleep. So until next time, take it easy out there, guys, and just what I'd say, be careful of the idiots. There's plenty of them.